Black and white then.
So why is this still showing like this? Not be the same thing still then. I understand it's like once whatever way you put it, they lock it so that you cannot change it the other way.
So if you did landscape,
You know go the other one, yeah. Just like that.
I'll say you keep on put it. So let's do now. To fall.
Take the live video, you will restrict yourself now.
How many videos is that? Okay, I don't know the live video. You know, how many people do? Yeah, turn them back first. Turn them back to normal. As in like this.
You know good time.
You don't come out now. That means support change this thing. If you put on like this, thing go like this now, thing they block.
But why now?
They block.
You go set them like you know set them.
We know say choose them.
But we be choose them now. So why?
Now landscape we choose it. As in portrait now we choose. So
no, now the second one we choose landscape now.
Now landscape we want.
Now the first one will be.
YouTube don't choose landscape for us.
We go manage.
They block.
Like this self is still the blur now.
No be even blur. No, you no go blur, but like this now, like for cover us. But the other way now you go dey shoot on one person.
Take. They say rotate device. When I bring it like this.
Line be the normal way we supposed.
So I want to set them now. Which kind of problem with this? What did they here? Welcome to live chat. Remember to guide your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Now here.
Wait. Then check this other one.
Check this one now comment this thing.
Then check this one.
I don't enter here before you know the here. Which will be this and both now?
Portrait for up now.
Which portrait for?
For up now.
The normal one? No, that one no go fit work with them. That one no go fit work with them.
You know that if you work.
You no go work. I told you. Okay, let's start.
So my keep on like this.
No, come bring that.
Sit down. When you shift your shoulder, you succeed capture the first one.
All of us now they show like this.
Who they show?
No be all of us now they show.
Which means you go shift go back.
You know they're on the portrait, they're on the landscape.
Like at the top of for us to capture.
All of us know that landscape. Like this, all of us are the show. All of us, when they very far, our voice, we want to shout. Like this, all of us are the show.
Are they life like this now? 3 minutes don't go for the life one and they do.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Sweetme Comedy's maiden edition of live show. I am Daddy Major, and together with me, I'll be starting from my left hand. This is Ibizi, and to my right hand is MJ the Talker, and then of course we have over here Ife. Now, in today's live show, we'll be discussing rape. Now the rules are simple. As the discussion is going on, if there is anything you want to contribute, click on the chat box and make your comment. We are expecting you to make your comment through the chat box. Now, let us begin. What is rape? MJ, what do you think is rape? How would you define rape?
First of all, rape is one thing that is kind of common in this part of the Niger Delta.
Okay.
So to my own understanding, I feel rape is when you're forced into bed. You understand? without your own consent. Me, I feel it's for both the male and the female.
Okay.
Yes, both the male and the female. The man that forces a girl without her consent, force her to bed to have sex with her. Also force a man to have sex with him without his consent is rape.
That is rape. Okay, MJ, the talker has just defined rape as forcefully taking someone or forcefully having sexual intercourse with the opposite sex. Now, I want to ask a busy, do you think rape is restricted to only the opposite sex? Because he said when a man forces a woman, that is rape. When a woman forces a man, that is also rape. So what about a man forcing a man? Or a woman forcing a woman? After all, we have a same-sex marriage.
They are all rape. At least that is violation without the consent of the person. So it's all rape.
Okay. So anything sexual intercourse done without the consent of the second person is rape. Now, I want to ask Efe a simple question. Efe, have you been raped before?
Actually, I'm not been raped, but in fact, I will not be raped.
You will not be raped?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do you think victims of rape should be treated? Because there are victims of rape out there. As a matter of fact, very soon we will be looking at some stories of cases where people have been raped. Now, supposing you see a rape victim, what should be your treatment towards such person? Let me start with you, MJ.
A rape victim. A rape victim. The thing is, being a victim of rape, most people that come in contact with rape issues are mostly maybe being violated. According to my sister, the busy that said violation. You know, you went to stay with your uncle, and maybe your uncle did something, or you stay with even your neighbors. Now, when I come in contact as a person, I come in contact with a lady or a guy, but let me say a lady to be precise.
Yeah.
That is a victim of rape. I think because it will always cause an emotional trauma. First of all, there's an emotional part of it, and there's also we are all Christians. We are all Christians, and I feel it will also there will always be a spiritual part of it also. So as a person, I come in contact with a rape victim. I should be able to counsel the person. Sometimes the victims don't come up openly of what they feel, because it is not written on the Facebook there, I have been raped, or you that is I'm a rapist. You understand? They can never put
Of course, it doesn't show.
True.
It doesn't show.
You understand? You can never be on the way that I'm a rapist or I've been raped. Sometimes it's good as a person to learn how to read your next person. You can be a victim of rape. No, not that you are a victim, but I can be with you now. And to me, you might not tell me, but I should be able to the way this person is behaving. You understand? He has been a victim, or he is a victim of rape. Then I should come up with counsel to tell you, sorry, you have to do like this, put him through or she through words of advice, words of encouragement. Because a lot of ladies out there, or young girls are being raped. Some things they do today is not because of one spiritual thing or one to out there. It's because of maybe the rape issue. The victim. You see a lady that just hates a man for nothing.
Yeah.
Just like that. And they don't curse her from family altar. It's a lie. They do not curse anybody. It's because maybe this person has gone through. I've seen the situation where the lady has been raped by the father. Ran out of the house. thinking she's safe where she is, got raped by someone out there. And the next thing, the lady decided to go into the street and become the street girl. But as you know, when man dispose, I think so, they say when man dispose, God.
Man proposes and God disposes.
Now, as life may have it, the lady ended up becoming wealthy and shunned anything, started maltreating men. You understand? So this is it. If I come in contact, I should be able to cancel it. And you out there, if you're a rape victim, please try to open up, run up to somebody, talk to somebody. Some of them they can't say it. But I know how it feels. I can't just I've been raped.
You've been raped.
I've been raped. I was just okay. You are talking to this my brother.
So, all right. Just before we continue, you said you've been raped. We are going to visit that. Please, viewers out there, if you are just joining us, we are talking about rape. Please, you can make your contribution through the chat box. You just open the chat box and tell us what you understand by rape. You tell us, as someone who is a rape victim, what should be our reaction? What should be, what do you think we should do when you come across a rape victim? Your contributions will be highly appreciated. Now, MJ, in the course of talking, made mention of two things. He said, you try to read the view of the person who has been raped, that is the victim, and then try, when the person finally opens up, you talk to the person, encourage the person, advise the person, because all hope is not lost. Now, there are cases, just as he rightly said, they even hate everybody, especially when it comes to female victims. As a matter of fact, for the males, I myself have not been raped, but I remember when I was very young, I was even praying when I was very young, since I like a particular girl. And I was finding it difficult to approach her. So I was saying that, oh, I wish she can rape me. She can rape me. So,
no minute. No, the truth is, every young man, in one way or the other, might have played that.
Every young man plays that.
I know I played that.
What are we not saying?
No, the thing is, we don't we don't really see it from this other angle.
Yes,
see it from this
other angle. Yes.
But it is good that the man should come and rape a man.
The women, they are viewing it from the angle of the trauma they will pass through. You understand? But we, on the other hand, we count it as part of our profile. Even though a female has raped me, it's in my profile that I have actually had that woman.
Yes.
So, ABC.
Wait.
Okay.
MJ, this for you actually. You're saying you were raped.
Yes, I was raped.
Okay. And you were not saying that you actually prayed while you were born that you should be raped.
No, actually.
Okay, so that is actually a prayer answer.
No, I was raped before the prayer.
Okay. How were you raped?
Okay, this is it. Now, I said in the face I face you. For those of you that are in Nigeria, you understand. Face me, I face you. What I'm trying to say is that you live in a house where your neighbor's window is the demarcation between your parlor or your room. Okay. Your neighbor opens the window, you can see what your neighbor is doing. That kind of house. Okay. That's the kind of place I was staying. Now, there's a particular day that I came. My mom and my dad had to travel. I was still young. And my mom was like, you go and sleep in your landlord's house. Sleeping in my landlord's house now. As at 12 p.m. in the night, I noticed my hand was just moving, wiping and going this way, coming this way, coming. I thought it was a dream at first.
Okay.
I never knew it was something that was happening. It was a battle. So I had to open my eye. As I opened my eye, my hand was, my landlord's daughter came to the bed I was sleeping. Hold my hand, put it here, and was doing it like this. So I opened my eye. Chest region. I opened my eyes and I saw it. I said, no, this should be a physical dream something. So I have to close my eye again for she to just continue. Let me know.
You want to know the end?
The end.
Seriously.
Yes, the end of the wiping. You understand? So I closed my eyes, but I was not confused. I had to open my eyes, and she told me she was shocked. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I should tell my mom." I said, "No, I will not tell my mom."
You say you will not tell.
You see, so how will you call that? That is that.
No, I don't even go to the main point. The next thing, she collected my hand and she put it in between her legs. And she was doing she was just pressing my hand, and I was not that I was comfortable, but it was something I was actually, this is emotion.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
But it was a force. Now I was not ready for it.
You are ready.
You didn't scream
Okay.
at first.
I did not scream.
You even told that you will not tell your parents, right?
Because she was thinking I was a kid, but I know I was not a kid.
Okay.
Oh my.
Okay.
You actually closed your eyes.
Yes.
And when you opened it, you saw something different. And you were saying about you. And
I
then
was
you
very
close your
happy.
eye, you're in the war front, and for you to fight back is for you to relax and enjoy the fight. And you call that way.
But I was late.
Okay, viewers are there. MJ has just told us his own life story. Now let us look at this case critically. Do you think in his own case he was actually raped?
That's not rape.
Because the woman in question started it without his consent agreed.
Okay.
But he said he opened his eyes, saw what was going on, and closed his eyes back, pretending not to know what is going on, and enjoyed it. Now, as viewers are there, I want you to make your comment. Do you think that was rape? We are waiting for your comment. While we wait for those comments, I want to ask the same question to two persons here. I'm going to ask Ebrizi and also ask Efe to tell us if that was actually rape. And you explain to us why you think it was or why it was not a rape.
That is not actually rape.
Okay.
I can't call that a rape. At least she was just seducing him, to my own understanding.
At least.
She was seducing you and you succumbed to it. You yourself said you were no longer a child. Even though she thinks that you are a child. But you said you are no longer a child. Okay, fine. Even though you are no longer a child, if you don't give your consent, you close your eyes after seeing that, it's just a concept. You saw it and you're saying, let me just wait and see the end point of it. That is a concept on your own part. That is not how rape victims should react. How would you just say, okay, fine, I'm Robert to just, or rapist to come inside my house and is touching me. While I know I'm the only one that is supposed to be there, I will not close my eye.
Please, can you do that touch? You touch me. Can you? I didn't understand the touch.
You don't want to explain to
No, she wanted to describe the touch. So you didn't touch me well.
And you say it's a rape. Something strange, you just touching me.
Yes.
And you say it's let me just wait and see the outcome of it. Really?
Something
See,
strange.
well,
Okay.
That is strange.
see, in my own opinion, what I think
That is strange.
that is rape.
That is
Because
not rape.
she did it unaware of it.
And it's succumbed to it.
No!
Okay. Let us look at it from this angle. ABC have said it. ABC classified that as a rape.
It's not a rape.
Okay, ABC classify it as not a rape.
That is rape.
And the fact classified
That
as
is
rape.
rape.
Now, let us look at this from this angle. The MJ in question was much younger than the girl as at that time.
And we have
I want to paint a situation so that we look at it from that angle.
Okay.
Now, I have seen situations where a male will have sex with a female who is much younger, and then and the female actually consented.
Yes.
But when it comes to the notice of people that this person has been sleeping with this girl who is much younger than him,
Yes.
probably below the age of 18, it is always classified as rape. And they take charges against the man. So In this case, I don't see the case very different.
There is a big difference in this.
I think it was a rape.
How old was the landlord's first house?
Okay.
And how old were you then?
A lady that has something of clothes, if they should weigh it, about 50 kg. You
That's why
understand?
I said it's a rape.
It's a rape.
It's not a rape.
It's a rape.
Supposed
It's
to
a
be.
rape.
It's not a rape.
Because he was forced not to tell anybody, including his
It
parents.
wasn't false. Listen to the story carefully. It wasn't false.
She asked.
She asked. And
It's possible.
Okay,
He made that
that's
promise
the
because he was afraid that
Yes.
the landlord will send them packing.
That measure.
Yes.
So is it that she's trying to say that men are not raped? That it's only
I'm
women
not
that
trying
feel the
to-
emotions of rape.
I'm not saying men are not raped. We have seen a lot of cases where men were raped. But Joseph, in this your own statement, this your own story, all put together, rape. You can't classify it as rape. She seduced you and you succumbed to it. Yes.
She seduced you and you succumbed to it.
Okay.
That is a point to
Okay.
note.
Okay. Let me point the fact that okay, I was not raped. It was attempted rape.
Oh, attempted rape and you did it. Attempted, really.
Because she was the one doing me.
Doing him.
I was not doing
And you were enjoying it.
enjoying what? I said
At
I
that
was.
moment, he was enjoying it.
Yes.
What he can do.
What can I do?
And you call that a rape? Really?
Okay.
Okay,
So
tell me, what are the emotional challenges you face after them?
yes, there were emotional challenges.
Okay.
Because after them, you have put me in a mood.
Okay.
In
Yes.
a mood!
Are you trying to tell
A
me
mood you never wanted to be!
Yes.
Are you telling me that's the first time you ever had sex with a lady?
As a matter of fact, that was the first attempt I've got. See, that is the first attempt I got when I was young.
Okay.
Meaning that's the first.
First time the woman was attempting to rape me.
Okay, I want to bring another case. It's my case. The lady I was supposed to marry came to me one day and told me she was raped. I said, how? I was eager to know how she was raped. Then she told me that a pastor, I asked her if it's her pastor. She said no. That is a pastor who also proposed to her, to marry her. And she trusted the pastor in his house. And then it ended up in a rape. This was what I did. Because you people said earlier that rape victims should be counseled.
Yes.
This, I want us to look at me as a victim in this case. I was not raped, but I was a victim. Why did I say I proposed to this lady? She accepted me. Now another person proposed to her. She also accepted the person. So that at the same time. So when she told me, I sympathized with her actually, but I told her that is the end of our relationship. I can't marry you because the fact that you actually accepted another person's proposal means that you were just weighing us in a balance.
Yes.
Yes. Who am I going to marry? Now, one of them has raped you. So, am I the one to take the leftover? That was how I put a stop to that relationship. Do you think the victim in this case that was raped, do you think I treated her badly? Looking at my own side of the story, do you think I treated her badly? Okay.
Well, the way I look at that situation, you did the right thing as a man.
Aha!
For me, you did the right thing as a man. Because a woman will not be raped by another man. For you to marry her is not the right decision. That's what I have to say.
What do you have to say concerning this, Elise?
She will always support the women.
Excuse me. Well, in this case, I would say you did the right thing because I'm a lady. You can't just tell me that one person. It's either I'm playing you, I'm playing or I'm playing the other person. That's it. There's just one person I love. Maybe in our case, it was you and she was playing the pastor. Or I think it was you because that was for her to tell you that thing. Maybe she actually wasn't playing you or was playing him. But when it happened, she don't want you to find out in a wrong way or sort of. That's why she opened up to you. But for me, I would actually think she was foolish. She was foolish to have told you that she was engaged to that same man that raped her. That is not rape. A rape victim, okay, let me ask, how was her mood or how was she that period? Like, how was she behaving? You know the mood of rape victims.
Obviously, there was no sign to show for it.
Good.
There was no sign to show for it. Let me hear from Edge,
Wait,
okay?
I'm not done. Something must have prompted her to tell you this, and maybe she was a virgin. Or did she tell you she was a virgin?
She did not.
Maybe she was a virgin, and she don't want you to find out she wasn't a virgin after the marriage. So she was just trying to come up with stories. I would say that's a story. That is not.
It's a story.
It's just a story.
It's a story, yeah.
It's a story. She just bring up that.
Because
story.
I assume, I feel she was cheating on me.
Now,
She was actually cheating on you.
on the serious note, first of all, there's no better excuse. There's no better. You don't have any excuse for rape. That's the number one thing. You don't have any perfect excuse for rape. Rape is rape. No, and we are saying no. You are watching us now. We are not saying yes to rape. We are saying no to rape.
No to rape.
But the thing is, I think personally, you are ready. I would have done what I did because you went too far. Now, one thing you need to understand is every lady is trying to rebalance with her man. First of all, if you actually love the lady, is it because okay, let's take for example the story of Mary and Joseph. Joseph came, saw his wife pregnant and decided to run. Imagine the Lord did not send any angel to Joseph. Jesus Christ would have been born through the image of Joseph. Now, the Lord is making a and what you need to do that? Tell what she told you it was a man, and she said it was a pastor. For that matter. What if she was trying to test you?
Test.
It was not a test. I will prove to you why it wasn't a test.
No, even if it's not a test, okay, I will say you didn't take the right action for just ending up. First of all, you are engaged to her. You are engaged to this lady. So, what if I should be the one, I love this lady, and I also want her to. So I will do everything. So let me just say, you two, your mind was not that you're not ready for her too. So let her go. Because you were jealous. Let me say it was the act of jealousy that prompted that.
For you to even call her a leftover, meaning wanted her all to yourself.
I shouldn't be sharing her with anybody, of course.
That's the problem. You don't just
I shouldn't.
see and just see a perfect lady that is just perfect.
I was not expecting her to be perfect. In fact, if she was, supposing the rape is not coming from somebody who has to her, I would have continued with the relationship. Let us look at my own point of view. I am not saying I put an end to the relationship because she was raped. I am saying I put an end to the relationship for the fact that she was playing with two different men.
She was engaged, like putting on two rings.
Yes, supposing she was raped by somebody who was not in a relationship with her. I will understand that. I will.
But she too, on her side, she's very wrong because how can you be raped by somebody that engaged you? That is not a rape.
That
When
is
we talk
why
about
I
rape,
even find it difficult to
Yeah.
and if it was a rape. If it was a rape, why didn't she arrest him after that time?
You cannot.
Nothing was
So many people classify rape to be what it's not. When you talk about rape, what they call rape, number one, you can't tell me that you stand so low. Like I would like to put this in a funny way. You went into the room, you saw a lady, you touched her, not that you don't know. I mean, you know this lady, but you guys did not agree for anything. You saw you guys started discussing. Next thing, you started touching her, and she resisted at first. You touched her again, she resisted.
Then the 10th time she will be saying, stop it.
Then she started saying, stop, don't stop. Then you kissed her, she tried to push your lips. Then the next thing, she started making some funny movement as if she's been.
And she will say, I'm telling you to stop, you don't want to stop
it. She tell you, oh, go now, go. And the next thing, you started pulling her clothes. And you touch her, she said, there you go. Then you hold her very well. And you know women, they are so emotional. Then the next thing, if she's that weak type that you ended up touching the part that just fall, and the next thing are we going to classify that as rape? Now you penetrated. She was shouting at us, no, hit you, next thing the sound changed.
Oh my God!
Yes. Yes.
That is not rape.
Soundtracks.
I begin to do soundtracks.
Because if she's angry, she would have been shouting.
Yes.
Shouting, but you need to get out.
She will not do something to kill you.
Yes.
Then she will not be the one. Then the painful part now is that you want to now go off because you're tired. This same girl that started rape will not drag you back again.
What do you classify that?
Then she will not go out and shout, I was raped. That is not rape.
So how would you picture the story in this your own story?
Which of them? I'm trying
You're
to
just
say.
trying to picture everything like that was
Okay.
exactly what
What you analyze now,
Yes.
is not saying that since you also later allowed her in your own case, because you just said in that case it's no longer a rape.
Yes.
That's all you're saying. It means that your own story was not a rape.
No, I'm saying this your own story. She was not raped.
What I'm trying to say is, what if I should get MJ right? He was saying, how can she be raped by her fiancé? Meaning someone cannot be raped by her fiancé. Is that what you're trying to say?
Of course.
Really? Even the husband raped a wife. Yes. Anything without consent is rape.
How can you rape your own wife? Someone you are
Without a
married to.
consent is rape.
What does the Bible say? The Bible says, submit in body, in soul, whenever you
In totality.
In totality.
Really?
Okay, viewers,
Really?
we have another bone of concession. Husband and wife. If the man is in the mood, and the woman said no, and the man said no, you must give me. Okay. And he forced himself on the wife. Do you think since they are married people, would you classify this as rape?
It's rape.
So that is what we
For
want
me,
to look at.
that is not a rape.
It's
not
rape.
a rape.
It's not rape.
Without a
It's not called
consent, it's
rape.
rape. Do you know what she's passing through at that moment? Okay, fine. What if she's having
Then do you know what the man is passing through at that moment? What are you saying?
What is the man actually passing through? Tell me.
Okay, we have some comment here. This comment, this one says, I think a man forcing a husband forcing himself on his wife is a rape. And this comment is coming from, who is this? Onome Gode. Okay, now somebody has commented. Somebody has commented that it's not a rape.
That is not a rape.
Yes.
Right? That
So,
a man forcing.
Not just a man, a husband
Yes.
forcing himself on his wife.
The thing is, why will a woman? But why will a woman not give it to his husband?
Because she's not in the mood.
What is
do
the
you know
mood?
what she has been
Okay.
doing during the day?
What is the
Or do you
mood?
know
Then
how
do you know what the man is doing
Did
throughout
the
the day? So men expect, oh, when I go back home, I know my wife.
I need my money. Yes.
Really?
We do me.
Always.
Well,
Okay, every
you-
time your wife asks you for money, you give to her.
Why would I give it to you?
MJ, are you telling me every time, every single moment, your wife asks you money, you give to her?
Bam. Because that is the right of the man.
MJ, I'm asking you again. Are you telling me you always give your wife money?
He said
As I'm going out.
I hear his wife. He said
As
yes.
I'm going out in the morning. Wait. I'm going out.
I
I think we can practicalize it.
No,
I'm not talking about practicalizing rape. Of course, we are saying no to rape.
There's no excuse for it.
There's no excuse for rape.
People should
All rapists
Wait.
should be dealt with.
But
what we are saying here is this. I'm coming now. You asked a question. If he gives money to his
That's
wife
why I wanted
at
to ask
every
you
moment, the wife asks for
As
it.
personal
Yes.
question, that you are a married man among all of us here.
No, before we
Wait,
before we come to me, I want us to
No,
trash
no, no, no,
MJ's
no,
phone. It's very important.
No, let's
Okay.
use it as an example so you get it more real. Maybe because he's not married, that's why he's talking like this though. Like your wife tells you, honey, I need 50K. I need to go to the market, I need to get some stuff. You gave her. In the next day, honey, I need 10K. I need to buy this. You give her.
he's a stupid wife.
Next day, you MJ, I will tell you that some husbands need sex every day.
Any man that needs sex,
Every day. And you are telling me a wife
any man that needs no,
stupid
any
wife.
man
Are
that
you
needs
serious?
sex, listen to me. Any man that needs sex every day should go and join devil in hellfire.
I want to have a reservation on this.
Okay.
I beg to be different.
Okay.
This is marriage,
Yes.
holy matrimony.
Okay.
Now we must see this. When it comes to money, yes, I don't give money to my wife anytime she asks for
Good.
it. You understand? But in the case of sex,
Is it
I
like-
want us to understand.
He's a grease. Oh.
If we are saying I don't have sex every day, that is for sure. But one thing I know is this: I have attended different weddings,
Okay.
and I have heard pastors preach, and I believe some of you have attended some weddings where the pastor will be preaching, telling the man or telling the woman that sex can break marriage. And so anytime your husband needs it, make sure you give it to him.
And in that same marriage,
I'm coming. They will also send the same money to the husband. Now, we are not saying that if the husband needs it at some time, it is not wrong for the woman to say no. Are we saying that there is abuse in sex when it comes to married people?
There is abuse. There is abuse.
then you don't call it
Maybe
rape. You call it
it's
abuse.
rape. I think it is rape because the concept is rape. It's violation of
Now that brings me to another.
It's violation.
That brings me to another comment that is here. He said, in some cases, the husband, as a result of refusal of the woman, it might drive the man going outside. Okay, this is true.
That's man.
It might drive the man outside when it becomes a perpetual habit. So how do we balance this case?
In this case, that shouldn't be a perpetual habit of the lady. It shouldn't be every time. No, I'm not in the mood. No, I'm not in the mood. No, I'm
So
not.
when it becomes
But
And
there are people like that.
Wait. That people, that person or that woman per se is not in love with the man. Maybe she just.
that's why the man has to rape. Why am I calling it rape? The man has to forcefully take it.
Wait. And if you are a sensible husband, you should ask her why. What happened? You don't resist me. Normally, your wife shouldn't resist her husband.
Okay.
So if your wife should resist you, you should at least it should knock on your head and you should ask. Okay, fine. What happened? Only what? Are you feeling pain somewhere or anything?
And now you are coming. My problem is they shouldn't classify it as rape. You can never rape your wife. You that have given birth to 4 children. I'm coming. You resist me. I force fully. Did you bleed? No.
And are you trying to say rape should be bleeding?
No. Do you know how the size of some people?
No.
Do you know
Do you think it's only virgins that are raped?
Eh?
Do you think it's only virgins that are raped?
I don't understand. So if they rape someone that is virgin, she will bleed and continue bleeding.
That's what you're trying to say.
No, that's not what she will. Even if you are not a virgin, you will still rape because, with the best of my knowledge as a biology student, the woman's private part, per se, is not like the man's own. Even if a woman meets a man,
MJ, I think I will need to draw your attention to the definition you gave as rape.
Yes.
You told us that any sexual intercourse without
Don't forcefully.
other person's consent.
The word forcefully
You said
was there.
don't forcefully. So even if there is no bleeding, provided it
There's
was
no how.
forced-
There's no how they will not force you that you will not be bleeding.
MJ,
You
that
must
is
not even
life.
bleed from that place. The man
let
will
me
blow
ask
you.
you.
The man will hit you here.
Let me
Your
ask
clothes
you.
will be torn.
Let me ask you, it's not in all cases.
Oh,
Do
so
you know-
I tell you there is a calm rape style and there is a violent rape style.
I'm going to give you a story.
No.
I'm going to give you a story.
There is a process of which you can rape somebody without violation, without slapping the girl.
Now listen.
That means the girl is a weakling.
Listen.
Because I've seen a situation whereby a woman stands hand to hand to box with the woman. But because I'm a
serious?
man, I have to blow you down blow you and you bleed.
But now let me relate a
That
case.
is the force I'm talking
let
about.
me relate a case.
There
to
is
this.
force, there is armed force, and there is forceful.
Now let me relate to this.
There is a difference between force, and force.
Really?
There is applied force and there is mechanic force.
Oh,
There is human force.
There's still the frictional force.
And there is still spiritual force.
MJ,
So one must be used.
rape is rape.
Okay. Rape is not rape.
We ladies, we are known to be weaker vessels.
Okay.
You don't expect me to fight a guy. I should be 20. You don't expect me to fight a guy. Though I can fight some guys of 20 years, actually.
Can you fight MJ?
If my age mates, we can.
You can't. You can't. She fit it. I'm telling you. She fit it.
Okay, fine. What I'm trying to say is that we are the weaker vessels. Not all ladies have stamina, you know, and it depends on the way the guy hold that 2 minutes. Maybe what if the guy is a friend and they are just sitting down? He's a friend, she allowed him actually, and they are just talking, and maybe he tried to, and she stop him. She's fighting and screaming, but she can't overpower him because he's stronger than her. He will do what he wants to do and go without hurting her. Do you think all rape victims have bruises or any bleeding?
Now look, let me come with the situation. You can remember we do with the situation of Pastor Imo and Timida Kolo's wife. Okay, she just came up after 24 years. The same man of God that wedded you and your husband gave you car. After 24 years, you came back and you are telling the whole church that this man of God raped you.
MJ.
Okay, let us agree that you were raped. Now listen to the story. You were upstairs, your sister was down. He came into the house, climbed upstairs, raped you. You didn't shout, your sister did not hear, first of all. And you came down, entered the car, drove off, and you were still inside the room.
See, that shouldn't be even here because that story just.
Oh, okay, you agree with me.
Let's become to decide that.
In that case, I remember vividly well that the same Timmy Dakolo said to the public that Abraham is his wife a virgin.
Okay.
Wow!
So that case shouldn't be in this discussion.
That's okay. Because you said rape is rape.
And the cleansing was said to Habakkuk before she
No. Yes. He said to her before she got married. Now what I'm trying to say is that everybody should. It's not just when they come and say rape and you start saying rape. Yes, we know there's rape and people we are not attesting that rape should be carried out as a practice. It's wrong. But there are people that comes up to just claim rape. You think rape is good? I'll just come up and start claiming that I've been raped.
And in most cases, the ladies, not all ladies anyway, some ladies have actually used it as a weapon against the men. Because what they do is they can just scream rape, even when the man
Like as in the case of Joseph and Potiphar's wife.
no intention of raping. And because the woman is a wicked vessel,
They always have the
people
man.
will always believe that it was a rape. Like the case you cited, Potiphar's wife claimed that to rape her. including you and I that are reading the story in the Bible, if not that the story gave details, we would have actually believed, supposing it happened in this contemporary world, we would have believed that Joseph actually attempted to rape her.
We would not
So,
say attempt. He raped. So he was still with the woman half the clothes.
yes, so there was a kind of evidence.
Yes.
His shirt was left in the room with the woman,
Yes.
but yet he never. In fact, it was.
Never touched her.
So what we are saying from the tables of Sweetme Comedy is that we are in support of the motion that we should say no to rape. But however, not all cases that are classified as rapes are true rape.
Yes.
There are false accusations. We can see that in the case of Joseph. If it had happened in the Bible time, it is happening in our days today.
Yes.
So before we conclude that it's a rape case, there should be enough findings, there should be detailed investigations to ascertain that it was rape indeed.
Notwithstanding, looking at the fact that the corruption coming up in our country, here in Nigeria, the cases of rape comes up every day. You hear about a young boy of 25 years raping a girl of 10 years. You see a boy of 16 years raping a baby of 3 months old.
Yes.
You hear about a father raping his daughter. You hear about a man raping a he goat or a she goat.
Yes.
Rape is still rape.
It's rape because the goat was forced.
You will force an
The
animal
goat was-
and rape. You rape dog. You rape. What kind of country you rape everything?
You rape fowl.
You rape anything. Rape dog.
So what we are saying is that when a man rape a lady, that is human rape. Then when a man rape a goat, that is man goat rape. When a man rape
An animal.
that is animal rape.
You
So
rape fly. You rape fly.
you rape fly, that is fly's rape.
And that fly will die.
Now, there is one more case I want us to look at before we draw the curtain for the day. Please, if you are just joining, we've been looking at the case of rape. And we are saying that we should always say no to rape. In fact, all rapists should be sentenced,
Should be dealt.
should be dealt with.
But is it?
We are also saying that in as much as we are against rape, we should not always believe every case to be a rape until in-depth investigations have been carried out. Now, I want to give us one more story. It is a story of an incest. This one is a case of an incest. A father sleeping with his own daughter. It's been happening for years. And just few months ago, about 2 months ago, I doubt if it is even up to 2 months now. The daughter got pregnant for him, and so as a bit of avoiding public disgrace, he went to the police and reported himself to the police. The man in question is even an officer. He reported himself to the police that I have been sleeping with my daughter for over 3 years, and now she is pregnant. So I am surrendering myself to be arrested. He surrendered himself to be arrested, and he also gave a specific instruction. He said, please do not abort that baby. Let her keep the baby because I am not in support of abortion. So there are 3 things, or even 4 things we want to look at here. Number 1, do we classify that as rape because the daughter in question was also enjoying it for over the 3 years? As a matter of fact, the only way it came to broad daylight was the fact that she was pregnant.
So
Yes.
church was
Then,
enjoying it.
so then secondly, yes, if possible, she was not enjoying it. But secondly, the man has said the baby should not be aborted. Now that is a seed coming from an incest.
Yes.
A seed coming from an incest. That your mother will not be the daughter of your grandfather. That is what is going to result to.
Sorry.
So do you think it's a right decision for the baby to be kept? Then thirdly, because I'm saying all this so that you weigh the balances before you answer. If you say no, the baby should be terminated. Are we now also supporting abortion if we say the baby should be terminated? So how do we weigh the balances in this case?
Okay. For me, I would say she might not probably be enjoying the sex. She might not probably be enjoying it. I will tell it rape.
Yes.
It is rape. For him violating her for the first time is rape. Maybe there is a lot of things he might have told her or he might have threatened her with that made her to be mute for this why. You know, we all watch this super story. I don't know if you still remember there's this one that the father had been sleeping with his daughter. Do you know what the father told the daughter? He said, if he did not sleep with her, when she gets to 15, she will die.
Yeah, it's possible in this case the man has actually manipulated her emotions. He manipulated her.
Yes.
And she's a minor, being a child.
Being a child, she's a minor, and she don't know what she could do. Other than to second to it over and over again till this whole thing happened.
So
I would say they should abort that child. The child is an innocent child, don't know anything. The child shouldn't be punished for his father's mistake. He shouldn't. I'm saying no to rape, I'm saying no to abortion. Abortion is not good. Okay, fine. What's if trying to abort the child, it hurts the girl?
or probably die.
Or she dies in the process. I would say no to it, and no to abortion, and no to rape. This case is rape.
Now, I want you to answer last for this. Ife, how will you classify that? Do you see that as a rape? And do you think the baby, the pregnancy should be kept or
For me, I would classify that as rape because I don't see anything further reason threatening that girl. I would make that girl not to tell the wife or anybody. And for the baby aspect, I don't think they should abort the baby because the baby is an innocent child. If they abort the baby, I don't know the baby there because the father was not the child. I don't know. No, I'm serious. But for me, I can classify that as. In fact, it's not a rape.
okay?
Only you said it's a rape.
No,
Only
no,
it's
no,
not
no.
saying it's not a rape.
Nah, he has finally said it's not a rape.
Tell me why is it not a rape?
Yeah, I classify that as because it's not a rape because she would have been shouting or screaming that rapist, and she can't even tell the wife or.
Efe, I just state an instance now. If father told his daughter that if he did not sleep with her, getting to 15, she will die. As a child, do you want to die?
Wait, was the baby a child? Was the girl a child or?
She's a child. She's a child.
It's somebody that is just 16. That, and I said it has been happening for over 3 years. That means it started when she was still below 13.
Yes.
That is the meaning.
She's still a
When
child.
she was still below 13.
So you tell me that if you don't go and reach that junction before you reach 13 years, anybody that don't reach that junction will die. Tell me why you tie up that junction.
So okay, let's
You
look
just manipulated
at
her and raped her. Or maybe he threatened her. Maybe he threatened her that he would kill her.
Yes, not to abuse.
MJ, how will you look at this?
You know, I'm a man of few years. I'm someone that before I say anything, before I place any judgment, I'll bring the dignity to
You're always looking at the other. Somebody attempting you to rape is attempting to rape you from there.
I don't trust nobody. Okay, but the thing is this. Let's look from this aspect, I want to bring out different points. And you really want to choose because I will choose. Now let's look at it. First of all, I'm not supporting this man, but this is before this war. Okay, who is the father of Cain in the Bible?
Father of Cain is Adam.
Okay. Then who did Cain get married to give birth to Cain? Is it Cain? I mean Abel.
It's him.
Cain and Abel. Cain died.
Cain get married to nobody because
Okay.
it's
Abel
Cain that
married.
it's Cain that died.
Cain married.
Cain died.
No, Cain died.
Abel died.
It's not Abel. It was
Cain
Cain that
Cain.
Oh, it was Abel that died.
Really?
It was Abel. Because
Cain
Cain
killed
killed
Abel,
Abel.
and he's married to sister.
Okay, he married his sister and divorced.
But whether Cain died, or whether it was Cain that died, or it was Abel that there was a die.
That is right. That is where I'm going from. When Cain got married to who? His sister. Did they banquet? Did they do the thing? Did they do? They did. And they gave birth to a child.
Yes.
And the child they gave birth to also married themselves and they still gave
In
birth.
fact, when what is his name? Abraham. When he wanted to get a wife for his child,
Yes, he went
he
to
told his servant that go to my kindred.
That is his family person.
Yes.
Okay. And now this man now decided to get his daughter pregnant. Maybe because the daughter is so beautiful and he doesn't want another man to enjoy the beauty of his daughter. Now, first of all, it's not a rape. First of all, I don't see it as a rape. Yes. It's bad. It's not good. I don't see it as a rape but it continued more than 1 year.
Yes.
If they say okay, it just happened and it just happened and the father ran into the room and forced his daughter is because they came into agreement, mutual agreement. You don't tell no you, don't tell no me. Let's be doing, and they continue doing. Now the man is in my dad patient
At
man.
her age.
Calm down.
Just calm down. Now I want to put you in the right track. The man might be an ancient man that still believe in marry your family lineage.
Okay.
Your family lineage.
That ancientness will kill you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, because of
No, but
Because
what
of
I'm
time.
trying to say is that first of all, as you gave back to your daughter, you can't be so wicked or so diabolic that you now go and start sleeping with your daughter. Are you a convict?
There's something I would just say about
The
this.
thing is, it's not a rape, but it's in fact, it's violation.
There's something.
You are violating human rights, the woman's rights as a lady because you took advantage of her tender age. Let's agree she was 13 years.
Yes.
She doesn't know anything.
Yes.
or below 30.
Or below 13. She doesn't know anything. And believe me, there's a way the man might have lived his life with the lady and the care education might see it as, there are children these days that don't see the outside world. They stay indoors. So whatever you tell them, they believe. If the man sees you will do like this. Stay inside with me. You understand?
So in summary, because of time, we would have loved to contribute more on this, but
Yes, there's
time is no
something
longer on our
Also
side.
concerning this father raping child, and all that. Even son rape mother,
Of course, and mothers rape sons.
and mothers rape sons.
Son rape mother.
Yes.
So if son rape a mother, is it rape?
It's
For me, I would classify that as
How can
It
your
is,
son?
it is.
How can your son rape you?
It's possible.
Very
Very possible.
that is true. We just
That I will carry. Did I carry
accept
a gun?
it.
Except
Me
the
now.
man.
And also,
I will not hold my
There are some
mother.
children that
Hey!
have grown so wide
Okay.
and also,
out of the control of the children,
Well-
of the parents.
Okay. The
let
thing
me
is,
just make this
everybody should have final word. Say your final word.
is that we as children sometimes we outgrow our age and we become so big and looking right before that time. They just in the local time they will say right, this one not right for marriage, this one not right for the age. So
And you are right.
Yeah. You are right.
so should know what to do around our fathers. Sometimes it's the daughter that seduces the father unknown to her.
Like there's a case where a girl child is telling me that she and her brothers beat in the same bedroom, and she kissed her brother anytime she wants. And you're telling me if I not do the thing, you're not call me a rapist.
But I don't see anything wrong with a brother and a sister dating, or are you saying they date together?
Yes.
Oh, that is wrong.
Yeah, I got to.
And we girls, we should know how we dress at home.
Exactly.
When we are with guys.
Don't be dressing
We
seductively.
should not be dressing seductively around guys. Okay, imagine say you get big and she get big breast.
Which is that big boss.
You should be 13, but you are looking so mature. You come here because you are 13 or because you are 12. You come with your only pants with singlets.
Okay.
Just because you are 13. Because you are still 13, you come to wear only pants and singlets.
The childish behavior is still in the head. It's just the body that is mature.
Yes, that's why parents should advise their daughters how to dress at home.
Someone like me, I can't be enticed by those things.
Okay.
Yes, it's not always.
Okay, guys. Our time is up. So, in one sentence each, I'm going to give you just one sentence. What advice do you have for the people out there?
My advice to you viewers out there watching at us by Sweetme Comedy is that rape is a sin in the aspect of God and for man. And I advise you girls out there, stop keeping yourself naked or seducing men or walking half naked on the road. It makes the men go
Crazy.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Busy, what advice do you have for the people out there?
My brother, if you have said all, but we girls should know how to control ourselves, our dressing, and guys should also be able to control himself. I would hear a friend say that thing he gets in mind on your own. You need a listening advice, but please control yourself, groom yourself in a Christian way. Maybe if that thing come into your head, you should just do something to divert it from your head. You go just see one girl, I don't like this girl. When you see that girl yansh, oh Jesus, you see that girl yansh. What if you are reading book? Would you see that girl yansh? No. We youths nowadays, we are just onto the social medias. We don't read inspirational books or anything. We're in the social media doing rubbish, doing all sorts of things. We should at least.
Okay, so ABC's advice is that you should make meaningful use of
Your time.
So MJ, what advice do you have for the public out there in one sentence?
Okay, in just one word. This is what you have to do. In just one word. No to rape. There's no excuse. Men, be spiritual. When you apply God's wisdom and hold on to your Bible, I don't think there's any news that will come up and say you are not a rapist. You have to know God. You have to know God, because if, like she said, if you read the Bible, not just inspirational book, if you read the Bible, your mind, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh, and whatever you see, the eye is like a vision. When you see it plays back on your memory. Yes. So please, we are Christians. Let's focus on God.
All right, thank you very much, viewers. Thank you for your time with us. All we are saying at Sweetme Comedy is no to rape. If you are a rape victim, do not be afraid to open up.
Yes.
All rapists should be dealt with
And brought to book.
and brought to book. So we are saying no to rape here in Sweetme Comedy. We are also saying that not all cases are rape indeed anyway.
Yes.
We are equally saying that the females you should know how to dress decently.
Yes.
Because how you dress can call the attention of men. And we also say that we should make meaningful use of our time.
Yes.
Because the devil, they say, make the idle man his workshop. And these are some of the work the devil gives to the idle man. So please, make meaningful use of your time. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching the maiden edition of the YouTube live streaming of Sweetme Comedy.
And please, whatever we might have said, not only that is supporting people. I'm not supporting it, but there must be a negative part. I have to stand in one.
So that was those comic moments you saw.
And I know they insult people, say them just say too big and too rubbish. Some people they actually do business, but please make use of your time.
And ladies, man, they were house.
And they should know
Our
how
head.
to dress in front of our fathers, in front of our mother. Not see they dress, not they wear seducing something. As I dey like this, I'm not going to wear pants or wear my party.
This is already said, isn't it?
Yeah, because I said
One more time. I mean, one more thing before you leave. It's very, very important. If you've not subscribed to Sweetme Comedy, make sure you subscribe and then hit the like button on this. Do not forget to share this video. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
You do.
If they move, they go. You don't offer now,
No.
offer.
No, not to just come out. Once you come out, you don't save. Once you come out, you don't save.
This is. Yeah, that look. What if he cancel?
Are you sure you want to stop streaming?